So the way to explain this to people is to say that, if we use 1,000 Rand, just because it's a nice round figure, as an example, then what we say is, on average, there's a profit of about 20% or 200 Rand. So what we do as EaseUp is we basically work on the principle of Ubuntu. So Ubuntu has got two components to it. One is I am, and the other one is we are. So the I am part is for the person purchasing the groceries, okay? And the we are part is basically the supply chain or the support chain, helping that person to get their groceries, okay? So if you look at the I am portion, then what we're saying, there's two portions. The one is a cashback and the other one is a savings. So if you remember the very first presentation that we've done, we said what EaseUp does, and maybe you can just explain to people again. EaseUp stands for Economic Empowerment and Social Upliftment. Okay. So economic empowerment basically has got two components to it as far as we're concerned. So the one is to rectify income distribution, and the other one is to rectify wealth distribution. So what we're saying is that in South Africa, 10% of the people basically controls 90% of the wealth, and they have access to 60% of the income, and that's what we're trying to rectify. So 90% of the people only have access to 10% of the wealth and to basically 40% of the income. So if we look at it from a grocery context, what we're saying is 90% of the people are actually buying groceries, generating profit, and giving it to 10%, giving the profit to 10% of the people. Okay. So the model that we've developed is to say, how can we take that profit and how can we rectify income distribution and wealth distribution using groceries? So from a person that buys it, from their perspective, what we're saying is we're allocating to them 45% of the profit from that groceries. 25% of that profit is what we say is from an income distribution point of view or improved disposable income point of view. So what we do is, so in this example, if the profit is 200, we say a person will get 50 Rand back in cash back, which they can offset against their next groceries, or they can save up the money. If they have saved up more than 500, we will actually pay them out the 500 Rand if they so request. Okay. So that money is going into a retail wallet. So the way you transact with EaseUp is through a retail wallet on your phone. So whenever you buy groceries, it will ask you for your banking details. You'll make an EFT to EaseUp, and you will see in your retail wallet that money is deposited. And on the other hand, you will see you've got your order against that. So you will see a deposit, you will see an order, so your retail balance is 0. So if you ordered for 1,000 Rand, you will see there's a deposit for 1,000 Rand. There's an order for 1,000 Rand, and then what you will see, there's a deposit of 50 Rand into your retail wallet. So whenever you order, you already see your cash back in your retail wallet. Now, what you will see is next to that allocation, you will see there's a little red line to it. So, which means it is already allocated to you, but it's not available to you. It only becomes available to you once you've collected your groceries. So once you've collected your groceries, you will see the red becomes green. Okay. But we already upfront tell you how much you are getting back on your groceries for that month. Okay, so all of that happens in the cashback in a cashback column. Okay, so the second thing that you get back is you get back savings. Now the savings is what we said, it is that fund where we help a community to basically save together in order to establish a business which will generate future profit for them. So the cashback is your benefit now. The savings is for benefits further in your life. So one day when you retire, you will still earn income effectively from your savings. That's been invested in all kinds of businesses, which you decide which ones you want to invest in. Okay. So which means that the consumer gets 90 Rand. Of the 200 Rand, they get back 50 in cash and 40 for investment into future income producing assets on their behalf. Okay. Then what we say is there is the we are bit of Ubuntu. So what we're saying is that's 55% of the profit that we allocate in order to support, call it the supply chain of EaseUp. So the first one that we do is we say there's the EaseUp promoter. So for the EaseUp promoter, they will get 10% of the profit, or 20 Rand. Okay, so if the profit is 200 Rand, 20 Rand will go to the EaseUp promoter. So you've promoted now already 12 people I see on the system. Or 12 people is linked to your promotional code. So that means if each of those 12 people actually buy 1,000 Rand, you will get 240 Rand in your income wallet. Okay. Wow. So that money in your income wallet, okay, you can transfer to your retail wallet to effectively start buying groceries. Okay. You can take the money in your income wallet, you can distribute it to your wealth wallet. If you say, well, listen here, I don't need cash now. I would rather build up a fund where we can invest in community business, because I know I will get my profits out of community business in future. Or you can basically transfer it to your social wallet. So you say, well, I feel I've really been blessed this month and I want to take my 240 Rand and I want to give it to a social organization of my choice that is registered within my community. Okay, so that's the income wallet. So what is important is to benefit from the wealth wallet and to benefit from the income wallet, you need to be a SA resident. You need to have a SA ID on the EaseUp system. The reason we do that is we say we need to verify that you are older than 18 years. And because now what we're starting to do is we're starting to enter into legal contracts with you. So the only way we can verify that is with your SA ID. So if you're not an SA resident, then what happens is any money that accumulates into your wealth and your income wallet gets distributed to the overhead fund, okay, which I'll get to now. Okay. So the EaseUp promoter, so you're already an EaseUp promoter, you already started promoting people. So your EaseUp promoter is for you a passive way to earn income. So if the 12 people that you have promoted to buys from EaseUp every month 1,000, you will get 240 Rand every month for the rest of your life for as long as they buy. So even one day when you retire and they still, because they will still buy groceries, they still need to eat. Okay. As long as they buy, okay, you will earn 240 Rand. So the 240 Rand is not a once off, it is a every month. So you must really work your pool that you promote to. Because remember, their code can never change. So even if they fight with you, okay, and they buy groceries, you will still make money out of them. So because what we say is you introduce them, and for as long as they buy on EaseUp, you will benefit from EaseUp as an EaseUp promoter. Sure. So now you can see, as I am Ubuntunist, you already benefit on this side as well, okay, because you've done EaseUp promoting. So the second thing we do is we say EaseUpreneur, and this is where you said, listen here, but I live in a state with 1,000 households, and I would like to distribute to them. So this is, so you can see again, you're Ubuntunist, okay? So you benefit from the I am part for everything that you buy. Now you benefit from the we are part for every person you have told and every person you deliver their groceries to. So for every person that you deliver groceries to, you will get 25% of their profit. So let's say those 12 people live with you in your estate. Now, let's say you also distribute their groceries. So that means if they bought it for 1,000 Rand, then you'll effectively get 600 Rand a month for every month that they buy and collect the groceries from you. So now you already made 240 Rand because you promoted them, and now you're making 600 Rand because you're serving them. So you're making 840 Rand out of their 1,000 Rand purchase because you're assisting them. Okay. You're the we are part. You're helping them. So they're benefiting and you're benefiting. Now you can see that 840, okay, is already almost all your groceries for the month if you've spent 1,000 Rand.
Wow.
So what we're saying is if you recruit people that are more or less spending the same amount of money as you on groceries, it doesn't take a lot of people for you before your groceries is for free. So you can see already in this example with 12 people, if you have 12 people spending more or less the same amount of money as you on groceries, and you've promoted them, and you're receiving their groceries and distributing it to them, your groceries is almost for free. You understand the impact a lot better now.
Yes, I do.
Okay. So then what we do is we say we take 15% of the profit, okay, and we put that in an allocation pool to basically manage the warehousing functions and the distribution to your house. So remember what we do now is we buy the groceries. So ultimately we're going to get our groceries from manufacturers, and we need to manage that process effectively from manufacturer until it is in your shop, okay? And somebody can either collect it or you can deliver it to somebody from your shop. So this 30 Rand goes for managing that whole process from manufacturer up to your doorstep. Okay.
Okay.
So if we short on the 30 Rand, then Tony and myself need to pay in because we said, listen, we believe we can do it within 30 Rand. There's a lot of reasons why we believe we can do it because we have some other initiatives we believe will supplement this pool. So let's say at the end of the year, okay, there's an excess in that pool. So let's say we on average only needed 20 Rand because we've got sufficient volume going. That 10 Rand will get distributed back to all the Ubuntunists based on their proportion to the total spend. Okay, so what we say is there's another benefit for the community. And what we're saying is a community, start engaging, get as many people you can onto EaseUp, because that means if we have volume, our cost of distribution as a percentage will come down. If that cost as percentage comes down, it means you get more money back at the end of the financial year after the audit has been completed. Okay, so that is the EaseUp operations. Okay, then the last one is the EaseUp Lift. So on the EaseUp Lift, what we do for people in estates is we actually say, if the estate buys into EaseUp, then what we do is we say to the estate, okay, we will allow you for people that is actually, if you live within the estate, they can say, listen here, take my 5% and put it towards the estate's levies. So it could become, it could make the estate's levies less, or the estate could say, listen here, but we live next to, we live in Oudtshoorn, I think is the nearest township to you guys, or it could even be Diepsloot, I'm not sure. So what you could do as a estate, you could say, listen here, we're going to take this money that we get from groceries and we're going to start a feeding scheme in Oudtshoorn. Maybe, you know what, maybe we want to use those levies to put in extra lights or extra cameras, or maybe get 2 more guards that can do route checks or whatever the case. We leave it up to the estate. All we're saying is if the body corporate buys in and they support this, then what we do is that 5% we will basically give back to the estate. Now think about it. That is about 1% of purchases. Now you said you're about 1,000 households in the estate. Now let's say every household
1,500 stands.
Yeah, so there's 1,500 stands. So let's say the 1,500 people buy from EaseUp. Okay, let's say they buy. I'm just going to calculate because it's a bit late. My calculation isn't that great. So let's say it's 1,500. Let's say every household orders only 2,000 Rands worth of groceries on EaseUp. So that's 3 million Rand. So if we take that, and that's roughly about 1%. That means there's 30,000 Rand a month that will go back to the estate, which the estate can use in any way they like.
Mm,
Okay.
true, true.
So that's what we're saying, and hopefully this is a bit easier and clearer. Blue Valley is a closed community, and you can capture all of those activities. So the promote entrepreneur, the operations, and the uplift, and the Ubuntu Nest. Okay, that means you're putting 600,000 Rand a month back into the pockets of somebody staying within that closed community. Listen to it.
Wow.
It is 600,000 Rand per month. That's coming back into the
money.
Blue Valley economy. Because you know, all the residents there, that 1,500 households there, that's a microeconomy. And that microeconomy has got the opportunity to put 600,000 Rand back in their pockets. So what we're doing is we're just giving, basically, I'm trying to give people a one-pager